Stone spelled with a 37 instead of an O. Oh yeah, you act like you were on board all along, but you bandwagoner piece of shit. You only started liking the Femitheist Divine after I made it cool. Stone spelled with a 37 instead of an O. Oh yeah, you act like you were on board all along, but you bandwagoner piece of shit. But you bandwagoner piece of shit. But you bandwagoner piece of shit. You only started liking the Femitheist Divine after I made it cool.
I do not appreciate being called a piece of shit.
I act like? What do you mean I act like I've been on board all along? How am I putting on an act? By subscribing to the Femitheist Divine? By featuring her videos on my channel page? By promoting her channel on my channel? By changing my logo? Okay, Snake, allow me to give you some background information to help you with your megalomaniacal
ego problem.
I first started to exchange emails regularly with Krista back in November, just after the big protests against Warren Farrell in Toronto. I decided to send her a PM because I saw her commenting on one of the Woolly Bumblebee's videos, and I was shocked that she seemed to be genuinely interested in reaching out to MRAs, and because she seemed to want to give helpful advice. I had many conversations and arguments with her, and I quickly realized that she had a level head on her shoulders. I found her to be charming, rational, open-minded, honest, intelligent, and she can somehow respond with like 1,000 words of text in under 10 minutes. How she does that is beyond me, but she clearly has talent and brain power. She's kind of scary smart, actually. I talk to Krista more than everyone else on YouTube combined, and I've probably talked to her more than anyone else that I know, in text form at least. She would always notify me when she posted a new video. In early December, she sent me her video entitled A Message for Mainstream Feminists, which basically recapitulated a number of the arguments and reasons that I had given her for why I dislike feminism. And I recommend that you check it out if you haven't yet. The video speaks for itself. Her video was very similar to the video that I had done just 1 week earlier entitled Who Needs Feminism? Who Needs Reality? But she had obviously put a lot more time and effort into her video. I featured her video on my channel for a few days. Anyhow, ever since I started talking to Krista, I've been very impressed with her videos. Long before I made any videos about Krista, I've been defending her to other MRAs who had made the same assumptions that I had made about her. People would just assume that she's another radical feminist like Valerie Solanas or someone at RadFemHub, without digging any deeper. I always try to promote truth and counteract popular misconceptions, and that includes the misconceptions about everything. Once I realized that the reality about the Femitheist Divine was starkly different from her reputation amongst MRAs, once I realized that she was more of an ally than the epitome of evil that some were making her out to be, I realized that I had to get that truth out. I got a lot of resistance and pushback from some MRAs, but I knew that I was right, so I didn't really care if anyone assumed that I was wrong. That's why I count myself amongst MRAs anyways, because we have truth on our side. When that's no longer the case, then you can count me out. I have no loyalty to anything other than the truth as I see it. Anyways, as soon as the infamous castration video came out back in February, and a number of MRAs made videos about Krista, I decided to defend her in one of my videos, because I was shocked at how gullible and lazy these MRAs were. And I wanted to put the truth out there. But pretty much everything that you have said about Krista, I can very much relate to, except for that paranoid spin that you always add on. Krista also made me aware of your friendship and your little plan to get your videos flagged down by those pesky dames, and to get Girl Writes What to mirror your videos, and about your little tantrums. She also told me that she was friends with Razorblade Candy, and no, they're not the same person. But Krista was very disappointed in you, Snake, probably because she didn't really get your little plan, which, let's be honest, wasn't really a plan. But I really don't know where you're getting this idea that I'm copying you. You said that you made it cool to like Krista? Well, the only time that I came remotely close to copying you is when I started wearing that eye patch. But nobody thought it was cool. When I wore it, people just thought I was blind or crazy as shit, but not cool. Eventually I realized that the eye patch just wasn't me. But you really didn't make the Femitheist Divine famous. If anybody deserves to be famous, Krista deserves to be famous. But you didn't make her famous, and you really don't have a plan. You probably just had the same idea that I had. Here's a girl who's being ridiculously misunderstood. She's not afraid to say things that are politically incorrect. And when it comes to issues that are truly controversial, she always sides with MRAs. But when it comes to issues that 99% of the population already agrees on, well, that's where she disagrees with MRAs. She promotes channels which appear to be attacking MRAs, but on closer inspection, they're actually promoting MRAs. She promotes channels which at first glance appear to be promoting radical feminism, but which really have nothing to do with politics, and everything to do with sexual fetishes. I wish that the Femitheist was our biggest enemy. If only. But hold on a second. You clever little snake. You deliberately mentioned me in your video because you knew that I would not be able to resist making a video response. And yet another video about the Femitheist, didn't you? And this is all part of your plan to make Krista famous, isn't it? What can I say? I'm a sucker.